We're good. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Josh Knight, and we're back again with another episode. Another episode of the Night Review. And yeah, I've been cooped up in this house by myself for the last couple weeks almost. Rooms are headed back. I've been going crazy, but it's all good. Now I'll have some some more freaking social content. So that would be all awesome. All right. So here we are. Another week, episode 4. Hey, it's been a month, and we're still rocking, baby. We're still here. If you didn't notice, the setup changed a little bit. I will see how it turns out. I've been kind of playing with this gadget. I guess it's a gadget that it's what's it called? It's like a swivel. But yeah, I've been kind of playing with this. I don't know if I should talk about it on this episode or a later episode. Nah, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'll save it for a different episode if you really care about it. But yeah, here we are, another episode 4. I don't know how many times I said that. Just so you know, this is episode 4. Maybe some of y'all thought it would fall off, but maybe not. Nah! Maybe some of y'all thought it would fall off, but here I am. I'm here, baby. So let's start this off. Music! First off. Last week I had my homie Brad come through. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you being on. Always welcome to be on again in the future. I'll have my friends on. I think that'll be a cool little thing to do. I'll have my friends on. You can get their perspective on things as well too. But appreciate him stopping by. Hope y'all appreciated him stopping by. He dropped some gems, dropped some nuggets. I appreciate him coming through. Here we are. So first we're gonna do. I really it's always a busy week for me, and I know I said stuff about Uzi for weeks now, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I want to listen to that album. I just haven't had the time. I'm gonna sound kind of two-faced for saying this, but I haven't had time to listen to the album. But however, I have listened to Childish Gambino's album. What does he even call it? 3/15/20. I'm assuming that's the day that he put it out. I know he put it out like on his own Donald Glover site. Don't know if he's like let me see who he's signed with right now. So originally he put it out on his DonaldGloverPresents.com site. And if I'm not mistaken, I cannot find the exact partnership, but originally he did release it on his Donald Glover Presents site, which I believe it's either partnered with Atlantic Records or one of them. It's one of the big wig records. I can't remember them. I can't find the exact one right now, but that's where it originally was dropped, and then he took it off, and then he finally released it on DSPs. So that's streaming services. I checked it out, and bruh, that shit is that shit's lit. It might be a little bit ahead of its time. Fuck. It might be the fucking TV turned off. I gotta turn it back on. It might be a little bit ahead of its time, but in a good way. So I'm gonna turn the TV back on, and we're gonna listen to it. Fuck. All right. So, the first song we're gonna check out here, and like I said, this album's like, I can see what he's trying to push things forward, and like this, he did it very successful, I believe. We'll check out the first one. The first one is called 0.00. I don't even know, that's the name of it. That's what it's titled. All right, this is 0.00.
And Wendy's, we got you with open drive-through.
This is actually a commercial. All right. Like this part, you gotta listen to these like in your car or with some speakers. Headphones on. This is like that type of stuff. Or with some really, really dope speakers, honestly. This is coming out the TV, but it's not doing it justice. Honestly, I'm gonna stop that track. Not because it's bad, but just because it's not even doing it justice to be playing it like this. You need to listen to that track with headphones on. That's the only way to really, really, really enjoy that track. And I think this is one of those albums, you gotta listen to it all the way through, if you can, in a sitting. It's 57 minutes long and 44 seconds. I believe that it was intended to be listened to in one setting, to be digested that way. But that track was dope. It's more like of a very, very vibey. It's very vibe heavy. It's a very vibe heavy track. But I really, really fuck with it. So the next one on here is Algorithm. Now this one, I like this one too. It took me a while to get in. Let me just play it. Let me just play it. Algorithm. So if you can tell, it's like, oh, this is where it hits. All right. Yup. So that one definitely, if you could kind of hear what he's trying to do. I kind of even, if you from that first one and this one's called Algorithm. So the first one was 0.00 and this one's called Algorithm. And I don't know, maybe you can kind of hear where he's trying to go with this. It's a mix of like soul and rhythm and melody with heavy techno sounding, mechanical sounding type of thing. Almost, it reminds me of Yeezus a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of Yeezus in a good way. I liked Yeezus. Some people didn't like Yeezus. I thought it was a great album, honestly. I liked every song on there, honestly. But we'll do one more, maybe two more, and then we'll go on to the next topic. Because I'm pretty tired this week, guys. I don't know why, but super tired this week. I almost didn't do an episode, but my sister was just over dropping off some food from my And I was telling her, I was like, maybe I might skip this week, just so I can have full energy. Da 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 da. She was like, well, you're trying to be consistent, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be consistent. She was like, well, just do it, just so you get in the rhythm of doing it even when you feel like not 100. And I was like, fuck, you're right. So here we are. Thanks, little sis. So what am I going to play here? I have one in mind that I really like. But is it time? So this next one is called Time. I'm just gonna play it. This right here, though. Alright, I gotta stop. That one, Time. Definitely a banger. Most definitely a banger. Let's talk about it. For that one, I think that one is a very why I like that one is it's a great mix. I get a very good mix of old school. If you can tell the vocals there that she had in the background. A very good mix of old school mixed with like new school futuristic sounds. Like I was saying. Like I could hear a little bit of the techno stuff, the effects, but it had a very, very old school, down to earth vibe, which I fuck with so much. I love it. I love it. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one. I'll do Uno Mas, number 7. I'll do number 7, which is, all right. This one's called 32.22. These titles, man. Like I said, you need to listen to this whole project straight through to get it. Like, to really, really get it. Yeah. This one kind of. So that one, like I said, this project, you need to listen to it in its entirety, right? From your angle, it's like from start to finish. You gotta watch it or listen to it from its entirety. For that one, even still, okay, maybe I have appreciation for it because I've listened to the whole project, but even that one, like I was still grooving with it. For that one, I get like, he's doing this mix. That's what I'm sensing. It's like tribal. 3 things. It's tribal with the new sounds, but also I feel like he's also kind of tongue-in-cheek mimicking what mumble rap was. Cause I don't even know if he's saying real words, honestly, in this track. if you listen to it, let me know what the fuck he's saying. Still a great track. But I have no clue what he's saying. And I think it's either towards that tribal thing, which is kinda not cool if it is. But if it's tongue-in-cheek, like mumble rap, like kind of just going more for the emphasizing like the vibe of what the sounds your mouth is making is, then I fuck with it. So check out the project all the way through. Let me know what you think. Like I said, he's kind of trying to push. I feel like he's trying to push things forward a little bit more. So if you're tired of the mundane stuff you've been hearing and all the stuff that's been starting to sound the same to you, this is definitely not that. So check it out. Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. All right, what's next? We'll do this book I've been reading, or that I read, or yeah, I'm still reading it. It's called Atomic Habits. Now, I will say that I got this book. I was listening to the Need to Know podcast, which is a great podcast. Oh, I have a story. Should I say it now? I'll say it after I do this book. I'll come back to the Need to Know podcast. I was listening to one of the episodes of the Need to Know podcast, and I think Steph and was it Savon? I think it was Steph and Savon. They were talking about this book, Atomic Habits, that they were reading or that they had just read. And I checked it out. It's by James Clear, and it's a very good book if you're trying to push yourself forward in your execution, basically. If you're trying to change your life in any way, or if you've been doing things and you're wondering why it's like kind of plateaued, like you're not like breaking through a certain area, then this book is really good on helping you kind of pinpoint areas where you could make slight adjustments, that would then help you create habits that would lead you into that next level that you're trying to get to. So basically, kind of things you'll learn from like the book is you'll get a system for getting 1% better every day, and that's critical. Some people overlook that. 1%'s a lot. You know what I'm saying? 1% every day for 100 days. You just got 100% better in 100 days. What is that? 3 to 4 months. You just got yourself 100% better. Make yourself better 1% every day, and you could be 100% better. That's a great return on investment. So you'll break your old habits, break your old bad habits, and stick to good ones. Avoid common mistakes that most people make when changing habits. And there's a lot of stuff on here. Make time. But what I think this one here kind of simplifies kind of the whole theme of the book. Make tiny, easy changes that deliver big results. So that's like the overall theme of the book. And like I said, I had just got done reading it. But even things like, so in there's like an example of, so let's say you're trying to read more, okay? You're trying to read more, you have books, but you just don't touch them. So what you can do, something you can do is attach the habit to some part of your routine that you already do kind of easily. So kind of in the book it talks about if you're trying to become a reader or somebody who reads more, place the book, and let's say you take showers every night, okay? Right before you go to bed. So let's say you take showers every night before you go to bed. So you would place the book on your bed so that after you come out of the shower and you're ready to head into your bed, the book is right there. So there's no excuse of like, I was already in my bed, I was too tired. The book was across the room. Well, the book is in your bed. So, therefore, you've eliminated that excuse. Now you can continue to form a new habit, right? So you pick up the book and you read, and now you do that repeatedly, and you become, or you gain the habits of somebody who reads. So that's one example of something that's in the book, which I think, that's great. That's awesome. That's monumental things, or that's actually minuscule things that people can apply to their lives to make monumental results. It's little things. It's the little things every day. Consistency is what matters. Consistency is what matters, and I almost didn't do this episode today. But hey, I'm human. We're all human. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that it talks about is, it's kind of like, this is a perfect segue. Another point in the book from reading it, it talks about how you don't have to be perfect all the time. You know what I mean? It's like when you're making decisions, there's always these fighting forces in your head, right? It's like people are casting votes, right? Some people cast a vote for, hey, you should do something productive. You should do something productive. Other people casting votes, hey, you should just binge more. Everyone's doing it. Just binge more stuff on TV. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things. They're casting votes. Okay? So if, let's say you're trying to become a more creative person and do more things creatively, if you're more so than not, you know what I'm saying? It's like the little things. If you're just beginning this, if you're more so than not casting votes in the direction of let's do something, then that's what you should aim for. You know what I'm saying? Cast more votes, because there's always gonna be a battle. But there's always gonna be a battle. You might win one time, for the for the productivity. The next time you don't. You might win 3 times for the productivity. Next time you don't. But if you're casting more votes than not in the positive direction, that's all you should aim for. You should aim for the growth, the not to be perfect, but the growth. You know what I'm saying? Because in anything, you're gonna fall down, but you gotta get back up. You know what I'm saying? So check out that book. Like I said, it's one of those self-improvement books. But what else are you doing in this time? This is a perfect time. Perfect time to make yourself better. All right, next topic. Oh, before I go to the next topic, like I said, maybe I'll save this for the end. I'll save this for the end of the episode. I was watching. Now I know I just talked about reading and watching episodes and shit and all that. You can still do that. I'm not saying don't do that. Just make sure you're doing stuff that's also productive as well too. Like me, when I'm done being productive and all that stuff, and I'm trying to chill, sometimes what I do is watch comedy, like stand-up comedy. I watch like stand-up comedy on Netflix. And one that I just watched was Mark Maron's End Time Fun. All I'm gonna say about it, it's very relevant. I don't know when they recorded this, during this Corona stuff. I think it was honestly. I don't think he mentioned it at all, but the stuff that he was talking about was just like, wow, dude. Wow, bro. But Mark Maron, I don't know like a lot. I don't know like a lot about him. There's a lot of things I don't know about. There's a lot of things I do know about, but a lot of things I don't know about. I think he had another one called Thinky Pain. But in this one, he talks a lot about so he talks a lot about, I guess like the end times, like people just doing crazy things during like the end of the world type of stuff, which is why I said it's very relevant. Check it out. He talks about himself getting older, what he notices, how he's changed as a person. He talks about evangelicals and like vitamin hustlers, which is funny. He talks about one thing that he talks about on there that's pretty hilarious. One thing on there that's pretty hilarious that he talks about is he starts taking turmeric. And he's just making. You gotta watch it because he makes these jokes about turmeric, and how he's like, is it working? Does it really work? Well, I'm gonna take because I'm gonna believe to myself that it works. And he's like, now what they're doing is adding pepper to this stuff. So you're adding spice to more spices. It's funny. You gotta watch it. It's funny that he talks about that because it really brings me back home to my next point. While you're quarantining and all that stuff, it's good to stay in good spirits if you can. Everyone is dealing with it in their own ways. You may know somebody who is, directly affected with it, who like has it, and it's tough. It's a very tough situation because there's many different scenarios. You could have it and then be fine, like no symptoms, but then you can have it and have so many symptoms and just be unbearable, and then start to recover. You could have it and then not recover. So there's just so many. You can have it and then not have any signs, and then give it to somebody who's not able to recover, and that's the biggest thing. But like I said, if you're healthy, while you're in your own homes, the best thing for you to do is to stay in good spirits. Keep your cortisol levels low. That means stop stressing so much, because cortisol is the stress hormone. The more you stress, the higher your cortisol levels go. And as your stress hormone goes higher, it negatively affects your immune system. So you're less able to fight off diseases. So the more you stress, the less healthy you are. So try to stress less. Watch things like Comedy Central. Watch things like stand-up comedy. Make yourself better. Self-develop. Some things that you can be doing, or some things that you can be taking, funnily enough, is turmeric. Thanks, Mark Marion. It does help with inflammation, and I have a couple different brands here. I like to take turmeric. I take turmeric religiously, like every single day, at least 2 to 3 capsules. For I don't know how long, at least 2 years now, at least 2-3 years now. I've been taking turmeric every single day, as much as I can. Sometimes I run out and I'm just shit out of luck. But these are 2 different brands here. This one is turmeric curcumin from Spring Valley with 500 milligrams. Okay. This one, it's funny that Mark was talking about the turmeric with pepper, because I had never seen it. I was watching the stand-up and I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Fuck it, I've never seen it. But when I was going to the store, like I said, trying to re-up. I had to fight off all the toilet paper thieves at the store to get to the section with turmeric. They have this one that has a little bit of black pepper in it, I believe. Let me see what's in here. It has... Yeah. It has bioperine, which is black pepper extract. And I am not 100% sure what the black pepper does, which is, you need to watch the stand-up comedy, because that's Mark's stand-up, because that's what he was talking about. I'm not 100% what it does. I only got this because Mark was just talking about it, and I was going to re-up on my turmeric, and this is the one that I saw that had it. This one does not have black pepper on it. This one does. But turmeric is very good. Let me pull it up. Benefit turmeric. It has so it's got first aid properties. It's got antiseptic. That means it's got antiseptic properties, so it can disinfect cuts and burns. It also has antibacterial agents, so it helps with quick healing. Also, it's got analgesic properties, which means it relieves pain. So it's a great pain reliever, kind of to that anti-inflammatory thing. Anytime, like I take it in the morning, you know what I'm saying? If you have like joint pain and stuff in the morning, I know I have kind of like not a bum knee, but it's a finicky knee. It acts up. But this turmeric really helps. It helps fight cancer. Or it's known to help fight cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, it's an herb, you know what I'm saying? It's not FDA approved or anything like that, but it's an herb. Do your own research before you do. I'm not a doctor. I'm a nurse, but I'm not a doctor, and I'm not prescribing you nothing. So don't come at me with that. this is stuff that I use that I feel like is beneficial, so I'm sharing it. It's been known to help fight cancer, not only for us, but for four-legged friends as well. It helps improve your memory, okay? So I know when I was in nursing school, I was taking turmeric tough. That and ginkgo biloba, those two really helped me with like remembering and retaining things. And so studies have shown that the turmeric helps improve learning as well as concentration. It also has been shown to fight Alzheimer's. Wow, I didn't know that. That could kind of make some sense with the inflammation, but I guess it's also been known to fight Alzheimer's. Now this one here specifically is 2,000 milligrams, and it's fast acting. I've only tried this for like 1 day. I noticed that it is a little bit quicker acting than this one was. This usually takes a little bit longer. I need to use this some more to see if I see any like major differences. But it's also been known to boost your immune system, which is why I was trying to share it. It boosts your immune system, guys, which is what is important right now. You need to be boosting your immune system in any way, eating healthy foods, healthy fruits, exercising in your house as much as you can. So let's see. So it's a natural way to help bolster your immune system by increasing the immunomodulating capacity of the body. So you can, like I just said, try adding extra turmeric into your diet during times of stress or during flu season to give your immune system a little boost. So exactly what I was just saying before, you need to lower your stress levels, your cortisol levels, take some turmeric. Another thing that turmeric helps with, which is great, I'm very big on mental health. That's where I got my background in, at UCSB. I got my background in biopsych, so I love everything about the brain. The brain is very powerful. That being said, you need to treat your brain the same way you treat your body, the same way you work out your body. You need to work out your brain and keep care of your brain. If you have an injury in your body, you treat it, right? If you got injury in your brain, not like a real injury, but in your mind, if there's some kind of emotional, mental injury, you need to deal with it and treat it. What's the word? You need to take it seriously. But turmeric also helps with depression, okay? So it says here, turmeric for depression is nothing new for Chinese medicine practitioners. In fact, it has been a treatment for depression for thousands of years. The reason behind this is thought to be because turmeric contains compounds that are able to stimulate the nervous system while providing positive effects on overall mood and helping to balance the consequences that come with stress. Back to that stress thing. So that's just one more reason to add turmeric to your diet. Just a compound on that depression stuff. It's a compound on that depression topic. Another thing that helps with depression is vitamin D. So vitamin D has a lot of properties. It's been known to help fight certain vitamin D deficiencies and help boost weight loss as well too. It's also great for your bones. But I just wanted to bring it up because the whole. But also it's great to help if you deal with depression or if you're just feeling a little bit more down than usual, because vitamin D is essential in the process that helps you feel happy. So when it's not and you usually get vitamin D, do you know how? Anybody? From the sun. You get vitamin D from the sun. So when you're walking out in the sun, oh, I'm so happy in the sun. I don't know if that's what you do. But when you're out there in the sun and you're getting the sun rays, your body naturally makes vitamin D from the reactions that are happening in your body from sun rays. Okay? But if you're not getting as much sunlight, like right now, It's not as sunny as it normally was, and I felt this way too when I had just gotten back from Nigeria, where it's always sunny. And I got back and it was kind of overcast here in Sacramento because it was winter. I was feeling a little bit like, I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I was trying to be like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Oh, sorry, Pooh. I don't know. But anyway, vitamin D helps with that issue. It helps kind of replenish the diminished vitamin D that your body naturally makes. So if you're feeling, if you're used to being out and you're feeling kind of down, try vitamin D, try some turmeric, but always seek professional help if you're dealing with something major, you know what I mean? But again, try this if you if it's like something you just kind of trying to get past. Try it. It might work for you. But yeah, I just wanted to share these because what's most important right now is that you keep your health, you keep your immunity up, so that God forbid you do come in contact with somebody that has it, you have a better chance. Okay? That's all we can ask for. All right. So, what else? So I've been you should also. This is not a very good segue at all. This is the worst segue of all time. I probably should have talked about this earlier. But I've been watching this show on Hulu called Dave. It's Lil Dicky's show, right? And episode 4 is a really great episode. Well, I just was talking about, this is the segue. I knew what I was doing. Episode 4 is a really good episode on mental health. They have a, I don't want to give it away. I'm not going to give it away. But watch it. It's a great show. There's only 4 episodes in so far at the time of me making this episode, this episode here. But it basically shows like Lil Dicky's life as, as like he's not an A-list rapper. He's like trying to get, he's like a C-list rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's like famous, but like, he's not famous. He's like, people know of him. And like, they're like, hey, you're that guy, kind of famous, you know what I mean? And so he's trying to solidify himself kind of in the game. If you ever seen Atlanta, it's kind of like that, but not Atlanta. They're both from FX, and they're both on Hulu, but they're different vibes. This is definitely Lil Dicky's humor and his vibe. But it's great because, it's him as Dave, that's his name, and then also him as Lil Dicky too, in a sense, in certain scenes, you know what I'm saying? Like it's music. It's like there's music sometimes in the show. Like obviously it's a music show, but like sometimes like he's performing, or like in the scene, it's like this is a scene, but like he's performing a song in the scene, kind of stuff. It's funny. It's a great show if you're looking for a laugh to make yourself feel better. Check it out. You might I don't know if you guys are going on like dates or whatever, you guys are, I don't know if you guys are like FaceTime dating or whatever, y'all can check that out together. How do you guys feel about that? FaceTime dates? Cause like, I don't know. I feel kind of weird about it, mainly because I really just prefer like meeting in person. I understand like now it's like not the thing to do. But I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of like a tease. And I feel like it's kind of like, not a waste of time. I don't want to say it's a waste of time. Because maybe it's just something I need to try. Because I have like a potential one. I have a potential FaceTime date coming up. And I said it just because I was like, I know like we're not trying to get each other sick potentially. So let's try this FaceTime, whatever. And see. But how do you guys feel about that? It's just not the same, but it's like you do what you can right now, for sure. It's just not the same. And I'm just like, man, if you're here right now. Oh, okay. All right, next topic. Oh, that's it. We're here. That's the last shit. That brings me to what I was about to say earlier. So earlier, or yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, it was Saturday. Today's Sunday. I'm recording this on a Sunday today. But it was Saturday, you know, like everyone else. I'm just swiping through Instagram. La-da-da-da-da, just bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep myself... this is in the middle of me doing some videos and stuff. Don't get it twisted. I'm always doing something, but during my downtime, I was just bullshitting, swiping through Instagram. And I see that Savon, who is the host of the Need to Know podcast, also, he helps out on the Joe Budden podcast tremendously. Him and Scream Man, aka Alex the Great. His live comes on. His IG live comes on. I'm like, oh, dope. Look, Savon's about to chill with the peeps. I'll tap in. I tapped it. I'm the only one there, right? I'm the only dude there. And like it's kind of like dark, and I can kind of like make out like kind of like his head. I'm just like, all right, for sure. 2 seconds on, he goes, oops, and logs out. This nigga said, oops, and logs out, and I'm just like, okay, for sure. And I just thought to myself, I was like, that's kind of weird, like, not weird, but I just like, that was kind of random how Savon goes live, and I'm the only one that hopped on at that time. I'm sure a lot more people, but anyway, I go on Twitter. I never tweet. I never ever tweet. But I've been trying to tweet a little bit more now, just since, you know, I guess that's how we're socializing now. But I went on Twitter and I tweeted. I just tweeted exactly that. I was like, I just went on IG Live. Just went on Savon's IG Live. He was on for 2 seconds, said oop, and logged off. And then I was like, the Don. And I tagged Savon. And I was in my brain, I was like, man, it'd be cool if he sees this and reposts it. That'd be cool. And then 2 seconds later, boom! That's exactly what happened. He reposted it. I got like 20 likes. It's alright, some light. But that kind of, man, bro, manifestation is real. And I know Savon believes in that because he kind of just did that stuff with Kim K, which is so weird because he literally just kind of did that with Kim K. And I was talking, because it's funny because I was just talking about that incident with Brad, my homie who was on last week. And we were both listening to that podcast, and then for this to happen, and, you know, it's nothing like crazy, but he retweeted the interaction we had. So, you know, it's like I said, it's nothing crazy, but to have that kind of interaction come about, it's cool. It's pretty cool to me, and I love it, and I'm gonna send it out to the universe. I love that shit. So yeah, that's all that happened. I thought that was cool. That's all that happened with me this week. Hopefully y'all have been staying healthy and leveling up. That's all I want out of all you guys, is to level up. Find something. Find your passion. If you have a passion, make that shit, do that shit more. Do that shit better. If you don't know what it is, find out what it is. Especially now, like, the internet is like such a massive tool at your fingertips that if you want to learn anything, that's right there for free. If you really know where to look and find, if you really want to find it, do it. Okay? Be more creative this time. During this time. You know what I'm saying? Meditate more. Talk to your family more. Anybody, you know what I'm saying, who you might have been taking for granted at this time, reach out to them. That's all, guys. I'm pretty tired. I got some shit to do, but I think right now I'm gonna take a nap before I do that. So, deuces. I love you. Thank you for tuning in to episode 4. We'll see you next time. Peace!